let's start. I've already prepped my skin, so I will put on right now sunscreen from Cosrx. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. As you can tell, my skin is quite red and I've got a bit of rosacea. I'll be using the Skin Tint Hollow Glow liquid filter from e.l.f. It's seen better days. Getting pretty empty. The shade 3 light to medium. I find it really good for summer just because it gives you a healthy glow, but I feel like in winter it's definitely going to be a shade too dark for me. I like mixing it with another Skin Tint Glow, the Korean brand. I've got this here and I'm just going to mix it with a brush. You can use whatever you want, obviously, as long as it's not very dense or drying, because we want to look quite natural. Don't forget the ears and the neck. I'm going to use the beauty blender just to homogenize everything. Next, Bear With Me concealer serum in the shade Vanilla, and then we'll just blend a little bit more on the tip of the nose, the sides and the chin, on the areas where you've got a little bit more redness. Now that we have a uniform base, we're going to create shadows or contouring. Start blending it outwards for this area, on the neck area downwards. Ensure that you blend it into the hairline as well. I'm going to introduce a little bit of color. I'm using this Blush Balm from Merit in the shade Archival. Just prep the brush and then we'll take it and apply a little bit onto the highest points of our face. Again, blending it upwards with the leftover product on the brush, the temples and the nose bridge. Depending on your facial structure, you can apply it in different points to find the area where you should apply the blush. Try to smile, and whatever you've got the highest point, that would be the most suitable area for your face to be lifted. Have fun and try different things. In the end, that's what makeup is all about. Take a neutral shade that matches your skin tone and apply it over your lids. We'll also apply it underneath. It's just going to create a natural shadow. Grab a brown pencil and try to follow your lash line and extend it a little bit. This is just going to add a bit of dimension. Now we are going to add a tiny bit of highlighter from Kiko. It's called Green Me in the color Champagne. I dropped it at some stage and it all smashed. So yeah, I just feel bad to throw it away. So it's still usable, you know. What about you? Do you tend to reuse products that get damaged, or do you just like throw them away? I do feel it's very wasteful, and obviously it's just the look. The product itself is still very much functional and usable. I'm just gonna apply a bit of highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes. Blend it in with my fingers. Your fingers are just like such a useful tool. First of all, they are free, and the oils and moisture in your skin just helps to blend products. We'll take a little bit more on a smaller brush and we'll apply a tiny bit underneath the eyes. Very Aegyosal, Korean inspired. I do like it. I feel like it looks really pretty. We're just gonna take the brush we used earlier to blend everything in a little bit. If you want to apply a little bit on the bridge of your nose and the tip of your nose, then feel free to do so. Another product I really like using is a bronzer. This one is the Radiant Touch bronzing powder in shade 2 from Kiko. It's a little bit dark, so I try to use just a very small amount. Just apply it on this area of the face and into the hairline and the neck area. You can also use it as an eyeshadow, just to create a tiny bit more dimension. I'm just going to use some powder. Hello Glow setting powder from e.l.f. in the shade 1. Take a very small amount and prep your brush with it. We'll apply it on the areas where you don't want that striking sort of shine. Under the eyes, around the nostrils, a little bit on the chin, and a tiny amount on the forehead. You can also add some on the eyelids. Next step is your eyebrows. I'm lucky and I don't have to do much to them except using a gel to make sure that they stay in place. Just brush it into the shape you're most comfortable with. If you do not have naturally full eyebrows, I would suggest to use two products, either a pencil that's 1 or 2 tones lighter than your hair, or a powder that is also 1 or 2 tones lighter. It's very important because we want to look natural. If you go for your same shade or darker, it's just going to pull too much contrast to that area. Always go for a lighter shade. If you do use the cream product, you can go and fill in any remaining areas with the powder product just to set it, or you could just use one or another. A very important tip would be to not touch this area. Whatever you do when you fill in your eyebrows, ensure that the product application stops around here and it gets lighter closer to the edge of the eyebrow. That's just because if you put too much product in this area, it's going to look very unnatural. So try to focus it onto the end bit of the eyebrow. Last thing that I will do is my lips. I'm going to use a product that's closer to my lip color. This one is a lip pencil from Kiko called the Smart Fusion lip pencil in the shade 05. Depending on your lip color, just go for something that's a little bit natural. Blend it in with a brush or your fingers. There we go. Just going to go in with a hydrating product. This is the Lip Glow Balm from Dewy in the shade Coral. Okay, and to finalize the look, use a mascara. Because we're trying to look natural, I'm going to go for the Benefit Tinted Primer in a brown shade. It's one of my favorites, but unfortunately it's getting quite empty. Is it just me that loves when mascaras are at that point when they are running out? I just feel like it creates such a natural look. With it not being too much product, it's a more natural application. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite mascara. You can apply some on your bottom lashes as well. I just don't usually like it. I feel like it always ends up bleeding everywhere. This is not compulsory, it's just something I like doing, which is taking a brown eyeliner and creating a couple dots on my face just to add a bit of texture back onto the face. The last step, setting everything. So this is the Stay All Night from e.l.f., but any setting spray would work. This is the final look. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what other types of videos you want me to do, or if there is anything else that you would like me to talk about. Thanks for watching. Bye.